Đằng này bạn ơi.
You're gonna lively up yourself and don't be no drag. You got to lively up yourself, or reggae is another bag. You're gonna lively up yourself and don't say no. You got to lively up yourself, 'cause I said so. You come so, you come so. Oh yeah. You're gonna lively up yourself and don't say no. Wonder why you act so.
In the early hours of this morning, at British time, the body of Bob Marley was laid to rest in a mausoleum in his birthplace, St Anne's, in the north of Jamaica. He was just 36 when he died of cancer 11 days ago. Thousands of Jamaicans lined the streets to watch it pass, and it was a remarkable climax to what was surely the most extraordinary funeral ever given to a pop singer. But then Bob Marley was no ordinary pop singer, as Robin Denslow reports.
It's been a peaceful funeral demonstration so far, but suddenly the police are tear gassing the crowd. We don't yet know why. Tear gas exploding up behind me now.
He might not have been surprised, but there was a little trouble, even at his funeral.
As he said to me, it's not we against the system, it's the system against we. You know, hated violence.
Rastas believe in peace and love. We'd use the pen as the sword. The police was carrying Bob Marley's coffin out of the stadium. It was quite amazing because, I mean, you know, he would never have tolerated anything like that. That's why I stayed away, because I didn't want to be in a carnival. You see, I didn't want to be at a funeral where his children are jumping up and down on the stage, dancing and all this kind of thing. And it's supposed to be your father's funeral. He had become a commodity, even in death.
That's Bob's aim and his desire, to see everybody live in peace and harmony in this world. Because that's what let the world go round, you know, love.
Oh yeah.
We really can't solve a problem with a war, you know. It doesn't really solve a problem. You don't feel like really killing someone. But whose problem am I going to solve when I kill someone? You know what I mean? So I figure the peace is the best thing.
From unknown Trenchtown Rasta to one of the world's most influential artists, Bob Marley was a musical prophet and Rasta warrior who fought oppression and injustice with his 6-string guitar. He took the pulsating power of reggae music and tied its vibration to universal anthems of justice and unity. As the undisputed sovereign of reggae, Bob Marley's revolutionary music had and continues to have a massive impact on people of all races throughout the world.
The music follows you wherever you go. Lots of grown-ups say to me, you know, when I put on a Bob Marley record and I'm feeling depressed and I put it on in the mornings, I feel so much better.
I think it will continue, honestly, forever, in a sense. I think that his music will be around forever.
I think we didn't see a fraction of what he could have done. He didn't even have 10 years at the top, you know, that's nothing.
There are so many contradictions about Bob Marley's early life that it is difficult to know what to believe. Strip away the beautification of an icon, and you're still left with half-truths, myths, and untruths. Jamaica was just awakening to freedom after 3 centuries of British colonial rule, when Robert Nesta Marley was born in a tiny rural shack to 19-year-old Cedella Malcolm and Captain Norval Sinclair Marley.
He was an Englishman, a white man. His work was doing field work in the mountain as a supervisor for the ex-soldier. He was well liked here.
Bob's mum, she was from like a poor family in Jamaica. His dad was from a rich family, like old school white Jamaican family, and he left her the day after they got married, apparently.
I wouldn't want to really say on camera what he said about his brother, but slavery was a very painful thing. The white landowners abused women, and women were just there, African women are there for their pleasure, and whether they marry or not marry, they have a child and then take no responsibility, and then they go away, and so it's all in the past. It's not important, but you know, out of all of this pain, you know, out of all of the mess, a rose can grow.
He didn't know his earthly father, but he knew the Almighty so much. Bob was a man that he took personally, like God was his dad.
The way they used to be. Don't tell no lies. One and all got to face reality now. Though I try to find
Bob Marley's exact birth date may never truly be known. His passport, issued in 1964, lists his birth date as April the 6th, 1945. But searches by Jamaican archivists have yet to produce a birth certificate. His Rastafarian brethren greet this news with a sage nod, believing that Marley, like Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia, was never born, and therefore could not die.
Bob Marley was a poet. He's not a prophet, he's not a saint, he's a human being. He would be very embarrassed by all this prophet saint rubbish that they're trying to put on him and all of this stuff.
He did want a better world, and if he thought he could do that, he would go to great lengths. That's why he did stand on stage with a gun wound, put himself in a position where he could very well have been shot. If that makes him a saint, because if he had been shot, then it would have been Saint Bob, wouldn't it? I mean, the real Saint Bob.
People believe that Bob was a prophet. I know Bob was a messenger. I won't stress his head about he's a prophet.
one good thing about music when it hits the beat. I say one good.
At the age of 5, Bob moved with his mother to Kingston, where Cedella thought that they would have a greater chance of improving their lives.
Well, Bob told me about his childhood in the sense of he was a little boy that suffered, but then most black children born in poverty are going to suffer.
His childhood was not, you know, a cloistered, happy, conventional childhood. It was a street childhood, and, you know, it wasn't easy.
His mother, she was gone when he was very young. He said she went to America, but she did send for him, and